I think that overall the school year is going quite well, all things considered. You know, first of all, I would say that a lot of credit goes to the staff and students in the school board. Obviously very stressful times for the entire world, but we have certainly put some things in place to make sure that student safety is first and foremost, and that we're hitting along some curriculum along the way.
We are on separate desks, and we can't interact with our students that much. And we have to wear masks, and then we got to put hand sanitizer on every time we go outside and eat.
Yeah, I think it feels good to come to school. It's pretty positive right now. Not with COVID, but everyone being here, it's going.
You don't really see any of the younger grades. There's no dances.
Definitely the sports. I'm someone who's very athletic and participates in all those, so I miss those a lot. A lot of student council run things like dances or activities or things based on holidays or stuff that we normally do. So that's kind of crappy. And I can't see a lot of other people that are in different grades and interact with them, but that's okay.
My teacher's pretty fun. She tries to make most things exciting and get to see my friends, not stay in my house all the time.
It's going pretty well. I like that I'm able to talk to people more and actually do stuff outside, not stay in my house all the time.
It's stressful, but I think everyone's doing good with following the protocols and stuff like that.
School year's been pretty good so far. A couple changes due to COVID, missing the sports and all the activities and the extracurriculars. It's a little hard with the mask to get used to during school, obviously, but I think everyone's slipping down on me there now, but I think everyone's gonna catch on. Everyone caught on pretty quick, so.
It's been good. The classes, with them being just 2 per day, it's been a lot to sit in a classroom for that long. But it's nice to have the 5 or 10-minute break to go and take a break outside or go to the washroom, which is nice. And all of the kids have been really good for keeping their masks on. And even outside, I'll see in the front courtyard, I guess, people keep their masks on unless they're walking down to a store somewhere.
It's going well. Pretty busy, but I think they're doing pretty well despite COVID and everything. Yeah, it's honestly, I think, pretty much on par with what I'd expect in a regular school year.
Yeah, well, I don't like having to wear masks because not being able to hang out with my friends, of course, but that's everyone, so nothing, just personalized to me.
Yeah, Darren and I had to quarantine for 14 days. The COVID case was in our class. I didn't really like it too much. I got really bored. I had 2 classes where I didn't really have to do much. I had gym and tech, so I couldn't really do much at home.
I was a little scared. We see on the news that it happens everywhere else, and we in Almonte think we're safe in this little bubble, but when we found out we had some cases, it was a little scary to know that it was actually in our backyard.
I was kind of nervous, but we all just had to know that we had to be safe, and we were far away from the class. We just had to stick to the rules.
I wasn't too worried because I was following all my rules, wearing my mask, washing my hands, It's in the other hallway, so we weren't really connected to it because I'm in the grade 11-12 spectrum thing, so I wasn't too worried.
Honestly, I felt pretty fine. I know that our classes are separating well in class, that's the best we can really do, and the classes have been, people have been signing out and they've been monitoring where people have been at every time during the day, so I've never really felt scared or anything because of a case in our school, so there's nothing really that surprising or anything about it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, so of course I felt nervous at first, but then it was pretty well contained, so there were no worries after that. And going back to school, it was to be expected that there would be a hiccup, and this was our hiccup, and I think that they dealt with it really well overall, and now everything's back to normal and I feel safe, yeah.
I like the quadmesters. Although it's very stressful to get work done in a short period of time, it is nice that we only have 2 classes to do.
I wish I had 4 classes. I don't like sitting in a class for 2.5 hours and I'd just rather switch around.
It's kind of nice because it's easier to focus on classes, so you only have 2 instead of 4 every semester, so easier to focus on just the 1 or the 2 classes you have after school, a lot easier for homework and not getting as big of loads on. So
I only have 1 class as quadmester, so it's a lot easier than when I had 2. I find that I actually like the quadmester system more than the semester system, so I'm doing pretty well in my classes. There's nothing that I don't like about it, really.
It's been okay. Like, the workload is easier and we don't have as much homework, I find, because we have so much time to finish our work in class. So I find it a bit easier.
I think it works pretty well given the circumstances and the limitations we have to do right now. But I also feel like it's really difficult at times when you're juggling 2 really hard courses, such as biology and physics or chemistry and the science classes. I think those can be difficult to juggle at the same time, but all things considered, I think it's a pretty good compromise.